The Egyptians are known to be the inventors of many things that we still use today. They invented the world's first known calendar, constructed the tallest man-made structures to ever exist, developed a system of writing known as hieroglyphics, built the first hospitals, and invented the art of embalming. In this video, we will take a look at some of the lesser-known facts about ancient Egypt, from its powerful rulers to its complex social structure and religious beliefs. You will discover why ancient Egypt was so advanced, what life was like for ordinary people living in the shadow of the pharaohs, and how it eventually fell into decline. We'll also talk about the Egyptian economy, military, and much, much more. But before we get into everything, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you're not already. By subscribing and hitting the bell notification, you will be able to know when we post our videos. And now let's go back in time to explore the secrets of ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt is one of the oldest and longest-lasting civilizations in history. Located in northeast Africa, the civilization flourished along the banks of the River Nile for over 3,000 years. Ancient Egyptian civilization is generally divided into three periods: the Old Kingdom, Middle Kingdom, and New Kingdom. Each period is characterized by distinct cultural and political features. The Old Kingdom is known for the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza during the 4th dynasty. During this time, the pharaohs were considered divine rulers with absolute power. The Great Pyramid of Giza was built as a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu, and it took an estimated 20 to 30 years to complete. It remains the oldest of the 7 wonders of the ancient world and a testament to the engineering prowess of the Egyptians. However, by the end of the Old Kingdom, power began to decentralize, and Egypt entered a period known as the First Intermediate Period. During this time, nomarchs or local governors gained significant power and wealth. But by the 11th century BC, Egypt was unified once again under Mentuhotep II, who established the 12th dynasty, marking the beginning of the Middle Kingdom. The Middle Kingdom is often referred to as a golden age in Egyptian history, as it was a time of peace and prosperity. Egypt's borders were secure and the economy was thriving. Literature, arts, and architecture flourished during this period. The famous Temple of Karnak was begun during the reign of Senusret I, and several other temples and monuments were erected throughout the kingdom. But as with the Old Kingdom, the power of the pharaohs waned, and Egypt descended into another period of political instability known as the Second Intermediate Period. During this time, Egypt was invaded by the Hyksos, a group of foreign rulers who controlled much of the eastern Nile Delta. However, by the late 16th century BC, the Egyptian rulers from Thebes reasserted their dominance over the Hyksos and established the 18th dynasty. This marked the beginning of the New Kingdom and a new era of Egyptian greatness. The New Kingdom was a period of territorial expansion, military conquest, and cultural achievement. Pharaohs such as Thutmose III, Hatshepsut, and Ramesses II led Egypt to great victories and expanded its empire to include Nubia, Syria, and Palestine. During this time, Egyptian art and architecture reached new heights, with the construction of magnificent temples and tombs. The Valley of the Kings near Luxor became the burial ground of choice for the pharaohs, where their bodies were mummified and placed in elaborate underground chambers. Some of the most famous pharaohs of the New Kingdom include Tutankhamun, whose tomb was discovered by Howard Carter in 1922, and Akhenaten, who revolutionized Egyptian religion by introducing a monotheistic cult centered around the sun disk Aten. However, by the 11th century BC, Egypt's foreign rivals grew stronger and internal strife weakened the central authority. Eventually, Egypt came under the control of foreign powers, including the Assyrians, Persians, and Ptolemaic dynasty of Greece. In 332 BC, Alexander the Great conquered Egypt, and after his death, his vizier Ptolemy IV assumed the throne, establishing the Ptolemaic dynasty. Under the Ptolemies, Egypt became a center of Greek culture and learning, but it was also a period of decline for traditional Egyptian culture and institutions. By the 1st century AD, Egypt was a part of the Roman Empire, and later, the Byzantine Empire. As Christianity spread throughout the empire, traditional Egyptian religions and beliefs were suppressed. In the 7th century AD, Arab armies conquered Egypt, and it became a part of the Islamic world. Despite the changes in political control and cultural influence, Egypt's rich history and legacy continued to shape the course of human civilization. From the ancient pyramids to the magnificent temples and tombs, the enduring monuments of Egypt stand as a testament to the ingenuity and creativity of this ancient civilization. Now you know about the history of ancient Egypt. Let's move on to the geography. Ancient Egypt was situated along the fertile banks of the River Nile in northeastern Africa. The Nile River served as the backbone of Egyptian civilization, providing the necessary water for agriculture and sustaining the growth of cities and trade. The annual flooding of the Nile deposited silt that made the land incredibly fertile, allowing for the cultivation of crops such as wheat, barley, and flax. This agricultural abundance supported a large population and contributed to the wealth and prosperity of the kingdom. Beyond the river's banks, Egypt's landscape varied from the arid desert in the west to the Mediterranean Sea in the north and east. The eastern desert was historically less populated due to its harsh conditions, although it held valuable resources like gold mines. In contrast, the western desert was more hospitable and contained oases that served as important trading hubs. These geographical features shaped the course of Egyptian history, influencing everything from agriculture and trade to settlement patterns and resource utilization. The climate of ancient Egypt was hot and dry, characterized by scorching summers and mild winters. The Nile River and its delta region moderated temperatures somewhat, making it more habitable. However, the lack of rainfall and regular flooding led to the development of irrigation systems and a strong reliance on the Nile's bounty. Ancient Egyptians kept records of the flooding patterns and developed a solar calendar with 365 days, closely aligned with our modern Gregorian calendar. Understanding the climate and its challenges was crucial for the survival and prosperity of Egyptian civilization. From the fertile banks of the Nile to the surrounding deserts and seas, ancient Egypt's geography played a pivotal role in shaping its history, culture, and society. And that brings us to the end of today's video. We hope you enjoyed learning about ancient Egypt. If you want to learn more about ancient Egypt, don't forget to subscribe for more updates. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching.